Neighborhoods evacuated tonight ahead of a winter storm that is expected to bring more rain, increasing the risk of possible flash flooding and mudslides. Rain is projected to fall higher up on the San Bernardino Mountains, meaning it will melt the snowpack and could add to the danger by triggering debris flows. CAL FIRE inmates were out at the Beaumont station this afternoon, filling sandbags in preparation of the impending storm. And we begin our First Alert team coverage tonight with Chief Meteorologist Haley Clausen, who is tracking your conditions. Haley.
Right now, we're just seeing that abundance of cloud cover continuing to work its way across the Coachella Valley. This system still much farther towards the northwest now, though, beginning to work its way into Los Angeles County. And really, the system is moving quite slow. However, it will be entering Riverside County as we head later into tonight. So we'll take a look at our futurecast and really break down that timeline coming up in my First Alert forecast. But know that a flash flood watch will be going into effect at 7 o'clock for our local mountains as well as the Inland Empire. A watch is just saying that, hey, conditions are favorable for the possibility of flash flooding. Not that any is occurring just yet. We'll continue to break down what the difference between a watch and a warning is coming up in my First Alert forecast. But more so than rain, we're also talking about heavy snow in the higher elevations of our local mountains, continuing to add to the snowpack. But yes, this is a warmer system, so that snow level going to be much higher. Again, we'll talk about those snowfall and rainfall estimates coming up in a few minutes.
We'll see you then. Thank you, Haley. Evacuation orders are in place right now for parts of San Bernardino County. There's big concern tonight in those burn scar areas from recent fires as this winter storm system approaches. News Channel 3's Jake Ingracia live tonight in Cherry Valley with more on this. Jake.
Yeah, John, good evening. Thousands of people at this hour being told to get out now. And this is why officials are so concerned about this burn scar area. There have been 2 major fires here just in the last year, rather. And officials are worried that once the rain hits later tonight, the burn scar will flood. All the loose soil could result in mudslides, and all of those charred plants could turn into debris flows, potentially damaging homes and the communities down mountain. Right now, the communities required to evacuate are Oak Glen, Northeast Yucaipa, and Mountain Home Village. But fire officials stress that they don't want people to wait to leave. This is just a 1-lane road down the mountain, and they're concerned that there could be traffic jams if people don't listen to those evacuation orders right away. For residents here, they've been repeatedly on disaster watch, seemingly every season now. They can't catch a break.
The threat is really under the burn zone where all the debris is going to flow. So we're okay here, but our road down at the very end is all closed off, and they're telling people to get out of their houses and they're going to flood. It's been a lot. So both the Apple and El Dorado fires threatened our home. They both came really, really close to us. So we're just lucky that we still have our home and have plenty of water, plenty of food, plenty of feed for our animals. So just in case we have to be home for a while if the road washes out. So we're good.
7,500 people under those evacuation orders at this hour tonight. And officials are warning that this is not like a fire where you can see that smoke coming. They say once that precipitation starts to fall, it could be just a matter of minutes before people are in a very dangerous situation. We're live tonight in Cherry Valley. Jake Ingracia, News Channel 3.
All right, thank you, Jake. And now people who live in Snow Creek Village just south of Palm Springs will also be keeping an eye on the weather tonight. News Channel 3's Tom Tucker continues our First Alert team coverage with more on the potential for flooding and mudslides in that area. Tom.
Well, Karen, it was the snow fire which broke out in this area back in mid-September that went on to scorch about 6,400 acres. Now there's a lack of brush in the burn scar area in the higher elevations, leading to concerns about potential flash flooding when the rain and snow starts falling in this area tonight. Now, the Riverside County fire officials have not yet issued any evacuation warning for this area for people living in the dozens of homes here, but they are concerned about the potential flooding from this approaching winter storm. Curtis Condit has lived in Snow Creek for 30 years, and he and others we spoke with today say they're not too worried at this point about potential trouble at the lower elevations because he says precipitation would have to be significant for flooding to occur in and around their homes. However, Curtis does recall a major summer storm last August when he said floodwaters had covered a portion of the road in front of his property.
Actually, it's very adrenaline rush because when you see large amounts of water coming through your backyard, people's logs and all kinds of debris, you know it's big.
Now, the flood watch in the hills and mountains above us is set to expire tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. And just to be on the safe side, in case they do have problems here in this neighborhood, a spokesperson for the Riverside County Fire Department says for these homeowners and residents, it's a good idea just to have a small bag filled with some basic necessities in the event they are asked to leave. Live in Snow Creek Village, Tom Tucker, News Channel 3.